Hi guys, this is Darren from CarBuyer.com.sg and we're looking at the new Lexus UX. Now the UX is something that the Japanese luxury brand hopes it will boost its sales considerably. And why is that? Because it's a compact luxury crossover, the very first one that Lexus has ever made. Now of course previously you had the RX, we had the NX, but the UX is very new ground for Lexus because it's small, it's funky, and it's aimed at people who are supposed to be urban explorers. I don't really know what that means, but safe to say it will be up against cars like the BMW X1, the new Audi Q3, there's a new one coming out soon, Mercedes-Benz GLA and the like. Now we're looking at the new front grille, so that's the spindle grille. Lexus says there's a bit less negative space for this one. A bit more pokey bits, in other words. It looks pretty good, I think. These are the optional tri-cluster LEDs, which Lexus says are derived from the ones on the LC 500 luxury coupe. I'm going to take a walk around the car. Now if you look at the front end, the front fenders, there's little chunky lines here. Very nice, quite different. And of course, you're not going to mistake this for anything but a Lexus. You have a look at the side. And one interesting part is the tail lights. They've got a little L shape, Lexus shape, Lexus motif right there. It's a full length light bar as well, and that's pretty handsome. And apparently these headlights are also aerodynamically efficient. Okay, this is the UX200, which is powered by a 2-liter engine. There's also a hybrid version, which is the UX250. But what's really interesting is that both versions have this engine under the bonnet. Now, it's a totally new engine from Lexus. What they're claiming is more than 40% thermal efficiency. What does that mean in English? Well, it's a really efficient engine. The UX200 has 170 horsepower, does 0 to 100 in about 9.2 seconds. So very pretty good benchmark for this kind of car inside a segment. And I think another cool thing is the direct shift CVT. Now that's not direct shift gearbox like Volkswagen's dual clutch. It's a CVT with a first gear that's automatic essentially, which will remove the kind of rubber bandy, horrible feeling that you get from a typical CVT. Just going to take a look at the boot. Now the UX is not very big. It's about the same size as another Toyota group crossover, and that's the CHR, which came out in Singapore earlier this year. You can see the boot isn't really that big. So it's a new platform for Lexus, which is called the Global Compact Platform, and that is related to the TNGA platform that the CHR is using, although there are a number of different features and advanced techniques that Lexus uses to differentiate it from the Toyota. There's things like laser screw welding, the bonnet, the doors, and significant parts of the body are made from aluminium, which is good for weight loss. And of course, Lexus has the Lexus interior. It looks pretty glorious. Take a look at this Japanese cloth-inspired features. And also you notice that the cockpit is actually very driver-centric. So I zoom out on this damn thing. So we have a TFT display here. This is the luxury variant. Singapore will be getting the luxury and standard variant. We won't be getting the F Sport variant, sadly. But this is the new 10.3-inch infotainment screen. Pretty big, what you expect from a luxury crossover. There's Qi wireless charging there. There's also the touchpad. Bong bong. And a new touch from the UX is a new way of using your radio. So what Lexus says is that you can just ditto everything without having to take your eyes off the road. Just another view of the interior right here. So that is the new UX, and we're going to have our driving impressions and review out on carbuyer.com.sg after September the 12th, so stay tuned for that. Let us know what you think. Watch this thing on YouTube, on Facebook, leave your comments, subscribe, whatever. See you guys soon.